Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. What I have are 5 of the miscellaneous zombies that you get a ton of. And I think there's 6 or 7 different ones. And the cool minis are not zombicide, undead or alive, which is like the old west zombicide. And yesterday I came up with the concept of Dr. Ludwig Lorbus and his wife Linda, Dr. Linda Lorbus, and the new Adam, which was their son, which they made using this Element X. And I thought that instead of instantly unveiling the new Adam, that I would have a build-up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 5 miniatures and turn them into a unit of mutants that can be used to, explore this a little bit more. So I'm going to use just stuff out of my parts box. So the first thing I have here, whoops, almost dropped my glue gun already, is one of these guys, octopus. And I think what I want to do is I want to get a couple tentacles off of him and make some kind of like lab-made Old West Lovecraftian horrors. So like this one here, he's got a kind of a weird build. Let's snip this off a little bit more so it's not so protruding and big. There we go. And let's kind of attach that on his shoulder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to snip that flush like that. Let me get a tiny dab of glue. And I'm going to shove that on there. Okay. And I'm just going to hit this with a little bit of meltiness. Let me get another glue stick, actually. I think this one's getting close. Then I'm going to get a little bit of glue, just kind of lay it across the top of that and let it fall down onto his arm and back. I'm going to bring a little bit down the front here. Okay. Then I'm going to hit that again. Make sure it's smooth, and we'll let that settle. All right, let's look for some other cool parts that we could add to these guys. Maybe one of them has an additional arm. So let's see who could be a good candidate for the additional arm. This big guy might be a good one. But it's got to be more muscular to go on him. All right, so I'm going to snip this a little flusher. See if it can make it work on that. No, I don't think it does. But we can do this. I don't know, maybe not. See what other parts we have. We can take this dude's face. Probably should have cut that the other way. Oh. Okay, something like that maybe. Toss that on there. But where and how? Maybe not on him. Maybe on her. Nope. Maybe on this fella. Okay, let's get his shoulder. So we don't want to go overboard to the point where we can't enjoy these, but we want them to be gross and distorted in some way. Let's take this guy's arms. We want the effect of element X to be unsettling and kind of disgusting. We want it to be unpredictable. Let's see if we can't find a head. I'm not sure how I want to connect one of those. That's the big problem I'm having. I mean, you could kind of put it anywhere, really. I'm going to make it coming out of her stomach. All right, for this guy, I want to do something a little, I don't know what, something different. What do I got here? Some arm pieces. Nope. This guy's got a head. We've already kind of got an extra head on her. We don't want to go overkill on extra heads. She's got some arms with no hands. I stole his fists. No hands. That's a possibility of something I want to do. I might need a smaller dragon head. Or dinosaur head or something. Something tinier. I don't know what else we're going to add, so let's hold off on that. Looking for more people parts. Maybe some heads or something like that. Looking for more people parts. La 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 la. There's an arm that's no good. There's an arm with a metal thing on it. No good. Oh, what's this? We got an arm. Let's get that weapon out of there. Snippity snipples. Let's take that arm. It would be better on one of these smaller people. They already kind of all have extra arms. Just looking for a couple more parts here. Maybe these spider legs. Let's try it. Okay. Okay, that's our 5. This guy's a little plainer than the others, so let's see if we can't maybe stick a face on his back. La 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 la. Looking for a face to put on his back. Can't find a face to put on his back. A wolf head would be cool. You could put a wolf head on someone. I don't think I have a wolf head in here. No. But I got a guy with a mohawk. Maybe it's a girl with a mohawk. Okay. Very mutiny. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, painting these will be a significantly more difficult endeavor. But let me show you a trick real quick. So, before we get going, see how like there's that glue like that right there where it's sticky, outy, and awkward? First thing you want to do is you want to get any of your spider webs gone. Now, we're going to base coat this guy real quick so I can show you something. Alright, so you want to hit him with the hot air gun. Get the paint mostly dried. And come back here a little bit. And then that gives it a little gross kind of bubbly texture. You can see that. It makes it look a little more disgusting and like it's growing out and out of control. But that's how you do that. So just clean them all up and kind of do the same stuff to each one. Make sure you get that spray on there as your base coat. And make sure you come back and hit all that with the, after it's coated so it gets the weird bubble effect. Okay. So anyways, when I come back, these will all be coated in this primer red, flat red primer by Rust-Oleum. And then I'll dry brush them white. But because these are kind of weak, there's some steps that you have to take to make sure everything stays together. And you don't really need baking soda for this, but just make sure you get some glue around all the joints that might come loose. And then if there's tentacles, they're probably going to be floppy when they're warm. So you want to coat those in super glue too. Okay. And base coat everything. All right, well, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon. Leave a comment and all the stuff that makes the YouTube algorithm gods happy. And we'll come back and paint up this these Unhumans and see how that turns out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.